Hello, welcome along. Nigel here with you, Nigel's Modelling Bench, and we're back now with pack 80 from the Hachette Lancaster bomber. This is the Dambuster version, and if you want to get one of these, there's a link in the description below, and you can find out all about how to go and order one and make a start. So, pack 80 already. So this is going on and on and on. Right, so there's the parts, and as usual what we'll have to do first is have a look at the magazine. And if you remember in pack 79 there's usually a couple of stories in here about Bomber Command or different fighters, bombers, whatever of the war. And in the last one there was nothing. So in this one all we're going to be doing is the inner port wing flap. So not a lot going on, so we'll probably include pack 81 in this video as well. So we can see on the instructions here, it's telling us what to do. And then here we are, we're back with our stories. So ME758 Nan. This ton-up Lancaster served with number 12 Squadron throughout World War II, surviving the war and being struck off charge in 1946, i.e. scrapped. It's hard to think how many of these things we scrapped. And now there's there's one left flying, isn't there? And there's two flying, sorry. And there's one about to be flying. Just Jane apparently is going to be airworthy. And that shouldn't be too long now either. So there we are. And there's the crew. Nan stands behind the crew who made the last exodus sortie on 11th of May 45. By this date, the aircraft had 108 bombs and 6 bomber trips on the fuselage. IRA Eaker. This is that IRA Eaker or IRA Eaker? IRA. He commanded the mighty US 8th Army, 8th Air Force during World War II. Wasn't that 8th Army Air Force? Yes, it's obviously it's IRA, not IRA. There we go. We can see here there's some B-17s doing what they do best. There we go. So in the next part we're going to be getting the outboard split trailing edge flap underside. So we're no doubt going to do 81 in this video as well. So let's have a look. I don't pre-plan what I'm doing in these videos because I don't really know what's coming. So there we go, we've got a flap, got some brackets, got some screws. What's that there? Some bushes or something. So we got all that there. Let's have a look. Let's get all these parts out and we'll have a look at them. Okay, so there's our bushes. There's our screws. And then here's our brackets. As I said before, Hachette make a real fuss with their packaging. They always do a really good job of it. Come on, there we go. Right. There's our brackets. Put the bags over there. We save those bags. I've got mountains of them now from all the kits I do. So there we go. We've got some brackets here. These are marked L1. So they're both the same. Okay. And then these are also marked L1. So they're both the same. And then we've got our screws and our bushes. So, first things first, we're going to take these here and we're going to put a bush on each pin. I know we've done this before for the other wing. I don't mind showing stuff twice, but when it gets the engines in, it's like the third and fourth time, then I don't bother. That's why you saw me just show the magazines and then do the stuff off camera. With this, I'll do it all on camera. So then, I seem to remember there was a bit of an issue with this going the wrong way or something on the last one. Let's just see how we go. So here we're going to get the L1 facing up, and we're going to put that into there, like so. Okay, and then we're going to take one of these brackets, put this over the top, and then we're going to take a screw, a HP screw, not a HP brown sauce, and place that screw in there. Now I'm going to tighten, normally I put 2 in and then tighten them evenly, but this is already located so there's no need to do that. We can just put them straight in and tighten them. Just like so. And then we're basically going to repeat, do the same thing on this side. Now I seem to remember on the other wing I took these brackets out and turned them over. Now maybe Hachette saw that and they've changed their design. So I'm just going to put them in as they instruct for now, but if I need to take them out and turn them over I will. I think it was something like the flap wouldn't go up, would it? I don't remember now. I'm getting old and losing me faculties, so I can't remember anything. Once again, excuse my hands, guys. I've been working on my Fiat 131. If you haven't seen the channel, go take a look. Nigel's Fiat 131. Okay, so there we go. So that's those in. And then we're going to take our port wing, like so. And we're going to place this flap on here. Okay, so that's going to clip over those lugs on there, as you can see, just like so. And then we can take, I'm only going to screw in one side because I want to see if it's right. I can't remember now which was wrong, what was wrong, or even which flap it was. I could go back and have a look, but life's too short. Okay. Okay, so that actually does go down. I think what I actually did was took some material out of that bracket, didn't I, to allow it to come up. It looks like maybe they've sorted it because that is actually going up and down okay. So at the end of the day, when we put the upper wing on, it's all screws, there's no glue, so it's easy to take it apart and correct it if we need to. So there we go, that's that one gone in. And then, whoops, that one can go in there. So there's our port inboard flap fitted and secured. There we go, and we've got a spare screw there which can go in the jar later. Okay, so there's our flap down, flap up, lovely. Right, moving along, we will go to pack 81. Okay, so here we have pack 81. So we'll get this open and see what joys we've got in here. Okay, so put the bag over there, put the box there, and we'll have a look at the magazine and see what lovely bits and pieces they've got for us today. So we're going to do the outer port wing flap. So it's basically going to be the same as what we've just done. Okay, you can see it's very, very similar. And then in the back of the magazine here, the Bristol Beaufighter. What a wonderful aircraft. I really wish somebody would give us a decent 1/32 scale kit of the Beaufighter. I can't believe Tamiya, Zucchini, HK models haven't done one. I think it would be a very popular model. All we've got at the moment is the old Revell kit, which is very, very old and not the best. So an Axis ship under attack from a pair of Beaufighters in 1944. A deadly combination of cannon, torpedoes, rockets, machine guns and bombs made the Beaufighter an excellent anti-shipping aircraft. Yep, what a plane it was. Beautiful looking aircraft. Air power on the Battle of the Bulge. What's going on there? As you can see, the air power, Allied air power on display in the Ardennes. A large fleet of C-47s on its way to drop supplies to US forces that were isolated in Bastogne in late December 1944. You can see there's a Sherman there. And there's a Panzer V. Panzer V. Sorry, Panzer IV. What am I talking about? Panzer V. Panzer IV. I don't remember a Panzer V. Was the Panzer V the Panther? The Tiger was the Panzer VI, wasn't it? Ill-fated venture. German commander General Friedrich von Melthin explained what he saw on the Ardennes front late in December 1944. So there we go. So in our next set of parts, in 82, we're going to be doing something different by the look of it. That's going to make a change. Right, so what we're going to do in this one, we'll get our parts out as we always do. We'll put the light on, as we always do. And we'll open the box, as we always do. See what's in the box. The box can go for recycling. More bags. Millions of bags. There we go. You would think, wouldn't you, as they send these out in batches of 4s and 5s, you would think that maybe they would, especially when you've got stuff like this where you've got, you know, brackets which are marked L1, L2, You've got these which are the same, you've got the screws which are the same. They could have put all this in one box. You know, have one bag with one box in it and have the 2 magazines in the one bag. It seems to make sense. But then when you think they sell these in the shops, although I don't see them in the shops anymore, they sell them by the week, don't they? Okay, so same as before, we've got these little brackets here with L2 on them, and we're going to put our poly caps on there. Okay, 1, 2, just like that. Okay, and then we're going to pre-arm a screwdriver. We're going to take one of these brackets and have the L2 facing up. Okay, so that's going to pop into there like that. And this bracket's going to sit on the top like that. And then that screw's going to go into there like that. Yeah, it's coming back to me now. I seem to remember what I did was opened up these caps to allow the hinge to move further. And I've got a feeling that maybe that's what Hachette have done. Maybe they saw me do that. Somebody mentioned it perhaps. Because I don't seem to have the same problem here as I had first time round. L2's facing up, so basically they're cranked down. Okay, so that's going in there like that. We'll grab a screw. We'll put the screw on the screwdriver, just like so. And do that up. And pull our brackets down just like so. Somebody asked why don't I use an electric screwdriver. I don't like using power tools for anything basically. Even out in the garage, I do not own an electric impact. I don't like them. I see people on YouTube all the time. They'll come along to a car, say it's a water pump or something, and they go zzz, 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 take the bolts out. Right, if I go along to a car and I go to take the bolts out and they're little M6 bolts or even smaller, I get a ratchet and I give them a little crack, just tighten them first and then slowly undo them. And 9 times out of 10, you will feel a tight thread. So I'll come out a turn, go back in half a turn, come out a turn, go back in half. And that's why you don't see me breaking things. I don't agree with these electric things. People just go on and go zzz, and just whip them out, and then when they tighten them out, they go zzz, and wind it in. You don't know if the thread's damaged. You don't know if the thread's stripped. You don't know if the thread's tight. You don't know what torque you're putting on it. It's just, I really don't like it. So that's why I don't use electric tools. So this is now going to fit onto here like so. It's going to clip over those lugs and stay in position. Then we can grab a screwdriver and I'm going to put one in aside again, just like I did on the last one, just so that I can check everything's okay. And then we'll have at least one fresh screw hole to go into if we do need to take it apart and modify something. I don't think we do. I think Hachette have seen what went wrong. Yeah, I mean, see that they're coming up lovely. So not worried about that at all. Nice to see they've got the inside of the flaps green as well, which they shouldn't be. They should be black. So I may well paint those. We shall see. But this area in here should be black. All undercarriage bays, undercarriage doors, flaps. Everything underneath was black. So basically, if they had to do a full stall maneuver, they would drop the undercarriage, put the flaps down, and it would allow them to slow right down very fast. And if they did that, then obviously they wanted everything black, because anything other than black would be picked up on in the spotlights. So I think the undercarriage bays in here are black, which is correct. This bulkhead in reality was green. I think the bulkhead is actually in there, isn't it? And it is green, I think. But the actual whole undercarriage bay, undercarriage legs, wheels, everything were black. Okay, so that's that one done. So that's it. So we've done packs 80 and 81, and I will see you soon for pack 82, which I say, where we're going to be doing this here. So I'll be interested to see how that goes together. It'd be nice to do something different for a change, wouldn't it? Because the last God knows how many magazines have just been repeat. Engines, cowlings, wings and all that, undercarriage. So be nice to do something different. See you back for that one. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.